Okay, so I want to cover something a little bit different in this video. It's not directly political, but I think it's political adjacent. But nonetheless, the name of the channel is Info Addict, and I think this is interesting information. So this video is from Voice of America. Foreign teacher lands in rural America. I was surprised. So let's watch this video, and I'll give my reaction.
That one is my bank. Right across the street is the grocery store. This is the theater where we watch the movies.
Definitely small town vibes.
And then there's the pharmacy and the only cafe that we have in town. I was surprised because I didn't expect America, because in the Philippines we think of America as we just think of New York or California. And we didn't really expect that there are rural areas too in America.
I think there's some shoots that where foreigners think of like the big cities and the well-known places, but I think if you ask them, like there are probably small towns too, they would admit. But I think what surprises them is just how car dependent and badly designed our suburbs and small towns are, even some of our cities.
I'm Charmaine Teodoro, and I grew up in Manila. Here I teach 7 through 12 math.
So Philippines to small town Colorado.
And that is the core subjects, pre-algebra, algebra 1, geometry, and algebra 2.
That's quite a lot to be teaching. You know, as I remember it, like when I was in high school, teachers would just teach like one of those things, at least like for the whole school year. They'd either do like algebra 1, geometry, or algebra 2. Maybe they switch off eventually over the course of a few years, but from what I remember, like they didn't teach all of this.
For graduation from the Julesburg School District.
This is her second year with us. My name is Sean Enos, and I'm the principal superintendent of the Julesburg School District, which is located in Julesburg, Colorado. Didn't really think about it until I got in that place where I knew that I was totally out of options for hiring a teacher from the United States.
So, but aren't all your other teachers Americans? Like, so you just can't find a math teacher that's in the United States? And I understand it is kind of like the middle of nowhere in Colorado, so maybe there's less demand to teach there. But at the same time, if you really can't find another teacher, you're just not paying them enough. Teachers already don't make enough. And it just so happens that I have the salary data for the Julesburg School District. And public school teacher salaries are publicly available information. So the number of employees is 64. The average annual salary was $34,000, and the median salary, which is probably more relevant, was not even $30,000. And I understand it's probably a lower cost of living area, but still though, teachers have college degrees, sometimes they have master's degrees, they probably have debt to only make $30,000, and this is the median. By definition, half of people are making less than $30,000. And yeah, that's the problem. You're just not paying your teachers enough. If you doubled that salary, you would definitely have more people in the US. Let's look at an individual. So this is a math teacher. This is the salary of 2024. So this math teacher made $44,000. And should we do one more just to... Let's do social studies. The social studies, wait, a pay of $7,000. That can't be right. There has to be like a partial teaching thing. Let's find out how much the physical education teacher makes. $31,000. That is not a lot. Let's see how much the superintendent made. Oh, is this right? Okay, $157,000. So 157 is the highest, and then the median was what, 30,000. So he's making over 5 times as much as the median teacher just being a superintendent. And this is what I mean, like the administrative staff is making too much money, and the teachers who are actually educating the future of society, the youth, are barely making anything. Let's continue. Pay your people.
2 years ago, I had a long-time math teacher that resigned and moved away from the
wonder why.
area that had been with our district for about the last 12 years. And
Oh, and
so
also because this teacher is from the Philippines, I bet they can get away with paying her less too.
we ran that campaign for about 3 to 4 months trying to recruit and get applicants to fill that position. I ended up getting 1 application from someone in the United States. I wasn't able to recruit the 1 application
Okay,
I
one
had.
application is still crazy because that means like if you can only get 1 application for a teaching job, I understand it's the middle of nowhere, but you just got to pay your people. Simple as that.
So I knew that I needed to look for other avenues and options, and that's when I contacted a recruiting company which
Actually, I'm gonna
worked.
look up this teacher to see if I can find how much she was making. So that's her name. I wonder if I can. Can't find it. Okay, well I can't find it, but I'd be curious to know how much she
with
made.
J1 visas for teachers out of the Philippines.
Thank you.
Did 5 interviews using video conferencing, and Charmaine ended up being one of the 5 that we felt like was the best fit for our situation, what we were looking for her to teach and work in a small school district.
So in 2018, more than 3,000 teachers from 20 countries taught in the U.S. I mean, of all the schools in the U.S., 3,000 teachers from foreign countries isn't really that much.
First, I couldn't believe it, and I was thinking it could be a scam. Up until my flight coming here, I'm still not believing it. Until Mrs. Ines, and she's the dean of students, she's the one who fetched me at the airport. That was the time that I said, okay, this is real, because they're actually here. First, they thought that I'm also a student, because they said I look young,
Yeah.
and I'm short. I'm just a fellow student, like a foreign exchange student. And they are huge. I was telling my friends about
Americans are corn-fed.
the height of the students that I'm teaching, and they all get shocked. I've had some challenges during my first year. I had some students, not all of them, like some of them will just test you and just see how far they can go with what they were doing. So I would say it's really different behavior-wise.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me because, I bet in the Philippines, like other Asian countries, the students really do respect the teachers and they listen to them. But in the U.S., that's definitely not always the case. Oftentimes, teachers have to earn the respect of the students. And then in addition to that, she looks young and she's shorter. And then she also has to deal with a language and cultural barrier. So yeah, I can imagine she had some difficulty the first year.
Because in the Philippines, you don't have to do anything. They see you in
Yeah.
uniform as a teacher, they respect you. Here, I think you have to prove yourself before they respect you.
The NWEA High Growth Award in Mathematics and Science. Nice job, 8th grade. You guys have a lot of promise in both.
I think she connected with the kids really well, and she's a very good mathematics teacher.
That I've noticed, and of course, good grades are always a nice thing, but just her confidence in math, and that she's able to come home and do it by herself.
Thanks a bunch for being here. Appreciate you, everything you've done for our kids. Appreciate it.
Yes.
At least they're nice.
And have a wonderful summer.
So you're finishing your 2nd year with our district. And so did the 2nd year go a little better than the first year? Do you feel more confident and at home?
Very smooth this year. Because last year I had some classroom management issues. with some of the kids. And this year, it's very different. Would want to stay.
Okay. And do you know what that process looks like to be able to extend the visa?
No, I will probably do some research about it.
We'd love to have you back. You've done a great job.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right. Have a good day.
Should I look at Mr. Ennis's salary? EHNES. Okay, well, so is he the superintendent and the principal? Okay, so there's multiple years. But yeah, this is the same guy from earlier. Yep, that's him. 157,000.
Very much.
Thank you.
All right. Have a good day.
You too.
We're in a area here where all the school around us are small districts of 200-300 kids, and I talk to other superintendents and principals and in the state of Colorado, even in our neighboring states, and hiring and recruiting teachers is a big task and a
'Cause you don't pay
difficult
enough.
task to acquire those folks to come to a smaller school and community to teach and live.
It is partially the location, but you can compensate for that by offering them more money. Maybe by reducing your own salary. So 40% of rural school districts in the U.S. face staffing problems.
I think I'm comfortable living here now, so I am planning to stay for as long as I could. She said she's shy. The challenges are it's difficult to find friends of my age with the same interests. Bye-bye.
I wonder what
But-
the population of Julesburg is. Okay, so 1,300 people. Yeah. She
Again,
is
I'm just
probably
lucky
the only
that
Filipino.
I have a host family with me who has been helping
Wait,
me.
say that? She has a host family? So not only is she here as like a foreign teacher, but they can't even give her like a place to live, or she can't like get her own place. So she doesn't make enough of money to like get an apartment or like rent an apartment or a house. She has to stay with a host family. And this is what I mean. They're probably paying her less than they would an American teacher because she doesn't even have to cover her housing costs. She's living with another family.
I have a host family with me who has been helping me.
Like, I had a stipulation with Mrs. Enos. Did I ever tell you this? That, you know, if it
Yeah,
wasn't
Mrs. Enos was on here too. Kimberly Enos. Oh, she's the dean, huh? So the husband makes 157,000, and then the wife makes 124,000. Crazy.
working out, you know, by
Yeah.
Christmas time, you know, we were going to change the situation. And I think she asked me around Christmas time, and I go, oh no, there's no problem. She's part of the family. Mom would fix a meal, I'd fix a meal, Charmaine would fix
I mean,
a
these
meal.
people do seem nice. It's just that, like, why is she being paid so little that she has to live with the host family? I mean, is that the standard thing to do for a foreign teacher? I don't know.
You know, we just kind of rotate around.
I usually eat rice because I can still get that here. Finding the ingredients is also
bet.
difficult. There are some vegetables that I can't easily find, so I can cook some of the food that I want. The food. The food, because, well, when you eat it, it makes you feel at home. Because you can only eat that. I mean, the taste of the food will feel like
That's
home.
true. If she was in a bigger city, she would probably still feel homesick to some extent, but at least you can get like Filipino food in like the bigger cities, or at least go to grocery stores where you can get stuff like that. But not in this town. Hey, it's a freight train.
The only times that you would probably feel loneliest is during your birthday and Christmas.
When you would normally see your family. So experts estimate that by 2020, the U.S. will need more than 100,000 new teachers. Well, that's that. Let's read some of these comments and see what people are saying. Update, she is no longer with the school district. She lives in Denver, Colorado, and is a research analyst. So she took a higher paying job in a bigger city. Can't really say I blame her. Had classroom management issues. How nicely she said that the kids didn't behave themselves. As a Filipino, her last lines where she mentions she felt the loneliest during holidays and Christmas hits hard. Even as an American, I would feel incredibly lonely in a rural city like that with no family nearby. Props to her. I'm an educator too, and I know the struggles that come with teaching students here. Not only the students' behavior, but the parents' behavior, and even admin support, or lack of, can make or break you. I wish her all the best and hope she knows how we are so grateful she's here. As for the leaders of this country, this was 2 years ago, I desperately hope you do something about our education system before it crumbles to dust. Oh, don't worry. Is Linda McMahon still the Secretary of Education? Yep, Secretary of Education. Are we in good hands? So yeah, so I mean, what's the takeaway from this? Teachers aren't paid enough, like in general. If you're a foreign teacher, you might make even less. And then part of what makes it hard is it is a small town where there's not much going on. And if you're from a foreign country, you're definitely not gonna be able to find like the same types of food you would eat. And then additionally, even if she was like in Denver, Colorado, at least you can probably find some Filipino restaurants. You can get some stuff from a grocery store and make your own food. And also, she could either more easily fly back to the Philippines or have family visit her if she was in Denver. But because she's in Julesburg, it's going to take even longer to for her to travel or for people to come see her. So yeah, I don't know. I don't blame her for leaving. I think rural areas are in a bit of trouble. And the whole education system is too, I guess. That's another topic. But I guess the main takeaway, if I could sum it up with one thing, how about we pay teachers what they deserve? See you next time.